Okay, so the bees are clustering, and they're going to be, if they're not already, they will be creating new comb. That's what they're doing right now, preparing or actually creating new comb for this empty frame. This here is a new frame that we stuck in earlier this year, and you can see that they're filling it with comb. It looks really good, and they're filling it with nectar, and they'll be creating honey from that. And I guess it's actually not 70%. It's closer to maybe 50% finished. But that's good. This is another empty frame, a new frame that we put in earlier this year. This one I moved earlier today to move it in between two frames with essentially, either drawn comb or partially drawn comb to help encourage them to build the comb within the frame. This frame is quite heavy, so they have a lot of, this is essentially all nectar. So this is on an existing frame, and they have some babies there. So there's actually capped honey there. You see in the bottom right, that's actually capped honey. And then to the left of it and up a bit, that's all capped brood. Okay, so that is looking very good. The next frame is, again, another new one that we put in earlier this year. Because we put in 5 new frames all at the same time after putting in the frames from the nuke. So this one here, they're filling it with nectar. Oh, I see. Okay, you see the top right? Do you see? Does that focus? You see the babies? The larvae? I'm just gently blowing on it to try and get the bees to move. Okay, you see the white? Can you see the whites inside the... I can't turn this around very much or the comb might break. Can you see the white inside the comb? Oh, okay. And then to the left of it we see the capped brood. So that's essentially what we have there. Now notice this is a new comb, but there's no foundation. Watch how I turn it. Okay. You never just flip it, or that comb, with the weight of all the babies and the nectar, is liable to snap off the top bar, and that would not be good, because then we would have to take it and put it back in with an elastic band, which just sets them back and possibly kills some of the babies. So that's not a good thing. This next one is was an existing frame that came with a nuke. Okay. So I'm trying to be careful not to kill any bees as I use the hive tool to separate these frames. This is another heavy one. Ooh, look at that. Capped brood all throughout. Surrounded by, oh, we got some capped honey at the top right. And beside it, you'll see the glistening nectar that they're filling some of the cells with. And what else have we got here? So that one's looking good. Now this one has foundation, so I can just flip this if I want. I don't have to really be too careful. So again, we have another layer of, oh, something happened there. I must have squished it or something. At the bottom right there, that's a mess. I don't know what happened there. I thought I was being more careful. Anyways, well, we'll put them. And you see it's dripping nectar onto the bottom. And that's why you want to do that. If you're going to flip it and there's nectar in the cells, you want to be over the hive. And the reason being is it makes it, well, one, it makes it easier for the bees to lick it up and put it back where it belongs. And it also helps to prevent robbing, because if you start dripping it all over the place, other bees from another hive may start coming going, hey, free food, and they may figure it's just a free-for-all. Then they may actually try to start robbing your hive. So you want to try to keep it all within the same one. So here's another one. We've got some capped honey at the top right. We have a number of capped babies. And if you look in between, you'll see the white larvae in some of the cells. Yeah, okay. So, and this was an existing frame, so I'm not too worried about flipping it. So, pretty much the same thing as the other side. Again, some capped honey on either corner at the bottom. Okay, so that's good. It's looking very good. We've got babies of different ages. If I was to look closer, we might even see eggs. Alright, so we'll come here. I'm going to take this out. Just gently move them out of the way. And then we can twist and get it out. This would appear to be one of the, yep, this, I think, yeah, this is another of the new frames. Look at that. We've got it almost completely filled with comb. It's fantastic. We've got babies that are capped. This one's coming along really well. And then again, because it's new, I'm not going to just flip it. I'm going to be careful. Okay. Look at that. Look how packed that is. Really nicely packed. With all those little babies. I think we missed it. There was a, unless it's the next one, there is a supersedure cell, which I thought we would have already come across, but maybe it's this one. Okay, so again, always being careful to slide your fingers along the surface of anything you're picking up. Don't just come down straight onto it, or you're liable to be squishing a bee and you will get stung. Okay, there's our supersedure cell. Do you see it right in the middle there? And can you come up from underneath of it to see underneath the supersedure cell as much as you can? You should see that it's open. Oh, you see there's a bee in there feeding the larvae. You see that good? Yeah? Okay, and if you look there, over to the right a bit, you'll see a lot of larvae, the white things inside the cells, so we have more babies there. Top right corner, top left corner, we have capped honey. This is normal. So they essentially build it out. They deposit the nectar and create honey in sort of an inverted horseshoe shape around the brood. So that's normal. So everything's looking fantastic. Again, I don't really understand, the bees I guess do. I don't really understand why they're thinking of replacing the queen, because from the looks of it, things are going well. But as I've studied, the bees obviously have a better idea. Okay, so I guess that's about it. We'll close it up, and that's about it.